Hey guys, this is Gamer Freak 10,001 with part 2 of Megaman 6, not Megaman X6. We're not that far in the series yet. Now, tomorrow I will not be putting any videos up because I am doing something. Going to see the new, one of the new Pokemon movies in theaters, which is Pokemon the movie, White, Victini and Zekrom. And for some reason I thought that was the way to go. It's not. Apparently this way is. These X stages, these two are the longer of the X stages and they are more difficult because of parts that you may want to use Jet Megaman, and if you're doing a run where you can't use Jet Megaman, that's going to really suck for you. Now, Victini and Pokemon the movie White, Victini and Zekrom is the white version of it. In case you're wondering, the Cartoon Network one is white. It is Pokemon the movie White, Pokemon the movie Black, Victini and Reshiram. And now it's called Pikachu Duel the movie, since, well, they're all called Pikachu the movie, but this one's called, that's the company that makes them. No, it's Pikachu Project. But in the beginning you see the Pikachu the movie thing, and now it says Pikachu the Duel movie. In case you guys are wondering, this is a limited screening. It's only in theaters for 2 days. Literally, it's not going to be in theaters very long. So if you want to see it, you have to get tickets on Cine, like CINEDIGM.com. And they will get sold out, so you're gonna have to buy them soon. Luckily I got them before they were sold out so that I could go see the movie. Now, back to the game. This is the longer part of the X. I already said that. But these two X stages are the longest. Don't worry, there's no, if you've never played this game and you played our Mega Man games, don't worry, there's no boss. There's no boss fights here. You don't have to refight bosses, just like an X5. You refight bosses in the Wily stages. Now the Wily stages are not as complex as these, which I'm surprised, because they are usually, Wily stages are usually supposed to be more difficult, more challenging, more tedious to do. Now I like to call this set of stages, after this one, Dr. Wily's Chinese Condo. Dr. Wily has rented a Chinese space condo, and he wants to give it to you all. He's inviting Megaman to stay in his Asian condo for the weekend. So, Megaman says, I'll do it! But it says admission, $25. Megaman, $4,409. Megaman, $27. So, Megaman throws a fit saying, why don't you let me in for $25? Because you're my arch nemesis. And you won't stop butt fucking my companion, so you have to. So, $27 or no entry. Whatever, I'm just gonna break in for free and shut this down. So Megaman, or Chinese Man, threatens to destroy Dr. Wily's new restaurant called Dr. Wily's Loser Shack. Now, one thing, me and my friend were making jokes Like, where does Dr. Wily get all his spikes? He gets them at Spikes R Us, and so does Eggman, and all the other villains who use spikes in video games, Bowser, and many other ones. Because how do they get all those spikes for free? Do they go to ship them? Do they get free shipping? Do they hire someone to do it? What do they do? We don't know. Because, number one, Nintendo and Capcom never gave us the reason why he got so many spikes. Because they don't want you to know that they are spike hoarders, and that they're hiding all the world's spikes in some recess. This boss is a mech tool and a giant, as you can see, mech. This thing is probably one of the most creative bosses. And as you can see, I'm going to use my E-Tank, and I'm going to start using Blizzard Attack. Blizzard Attack is this boss's weakness. Two of them will hit it. You won't get all four, because it's a widespread attack, so you can't really get all four in. If you're really good, you may be able to get all four in, but most of the time it's not even possible. And with this, we move on to the final X stage. And who would we be fighting there? Mr. X, whose whereabouts are still unknown. Now, who is Mr. X? Where did he come from? You'll find out. Is it gonna, oh, what? It's not gonna be some conspiracy like Mr. X is gonna have Dr. Wily's gonna come out of Mr. X's castle and threaten to kill Megaman, not anything like that. Something a bit more awkward than that. Way more something a bit more awkward than that. Which you will find out after we beat Mr. X. This stage is not the hardest. In my opinion, I would say the first stage would be the hardest because of those jet spike jumps where you have to regulate how you jump and all that other stuff. Just to let you know, those things turn into birds. Little birds that attack you, since Mr. X is referring to birds. Now, when I first played this game, when I got here, I was amazed to get here. Now I'm like, I'm here. Whatever. No big deal. It's just a stage. That is health, which, if we get something better from this enemy, we won't need to get it. Regardlessly, I don't really get the health, really, because I don't really need it. Because I can get it back anyway. That is a section exclusively reserved for Jet. You see that ladder up there? That's what we're going to use. Jet Megaman. Now, this is not the only game you will see Jet Megaman. You'll see Jet Megaman in the next one. And if I can get 8, maybe you'll see that one again. But since I'm gonna have to spend money to get Anniversary Collection, not the X Anniversary Collection, the actual Anniversary Collection, I will have to wait a couple of days, then get it. Because now, I'm a very impatient person. That's why I do not want to wait a few days. And there's probably PS2 emulators on my phone, but do I really want to play a PS2 game on my phone? Not really. I was thinking about getting Skyrim playing that because my parents won't let me play it here on the actual PS3, so if I had a PS3, so why not play it on the Wii? Why not play it on, not the Wii, my phone. It costs like $7 to get a PS3 emulator. Then again, there's like these things like soundtracks that cost $7, the same amount of price you would pay for a PS3 emulator. Now, this is a PS3 emulator for Android, so yeah. If I ever play Skyrim, it's gonna have to be simple and very simple game. I tried playing a non-simple game on my phone. It was very hard. Like taking Megaman Extreme and trying to play it on your phone. Try that. It's really hard and really annoying. Now, since I died stupidly, I will show you the alternate paths. This path has the enemies from Tomahawk Man stage. They're back. The cowboys are back in the Old West. Why did I die again? The cowboys are back in the Old West, except this isn't the Old West. This is the future. About a couple thousand, maybe 10,000 years into the future. Maybe that's when this happened. Well, we have no idea what this is because it's not documented in history yet. Once it's documented in history, we'll believe them. We'll believe those history bastards who think they know everything. And that's what we like to call a know-it-all. And everybody hates know-it-alls. Oh yeah, there's this video called Black TV Show, White TV Shows with Black Titles. You should watch it because it's really funny and it's by I think DC Sigs. Subscribe to him, please. He's awesome. I haven't subscribed to him because I'm lazy. I'm really lazy. You all know that because I told you stories of me not doing stuff simply because I was lazy. Got a project that I have for Spanish that I do not want to work on, so I'm gonna wait till like the last day to do it, then work on it. Because all it is a picture. Since I have to do a second 9 weeks oral thing and speak about my family. And why did I die again? Like Spanish is like, I like Spanish, it's just I hate taking oral quizzes. Oral quizzes are really annoying and I have to memorize what I'm about to say. Well, I don't memorize what I wrote, I just memorize what I'm going to say. I just say something like, what is my family? Is my family big? Is my family small? If anyone could please help me with that, PM me at CoreyTheCar@AOL.com or CoreyPrince67@gmail.com, which is a lot simpler because it's on my phone. It being on my phone makes it a hell of a lot simpler, don't you think? Because when it's on my phone, all I have to do is check it. I don't have to go through the complicated ordeal of signing in and all that other shit that you have to do when you usually get it, which is convoluted and crazy. I'm making up words because I can. I think that it's best to use Silver Tomahawk. Perfect weapon. Which somebody kind of screwed up and died again. Again, this would be another one of the parts in the episode where I am dying on an easy level. Because I think this level's easy. You may not, but I do. Because this level is really easy. I mean, look at how fast I'm progressing through it. It's that easy that I'm progressing through it in like 30 seconds. Including I've been playing for 15 minutes now, so... That was me again, my stupidity again. Because I need to pay attention and pass the level so some of us can move on and I can finish the game in this part. That's what I want to do. Because the Wily stages will only take like 5 minutes or so. And one thing about this game, one thing, Capcom, too generous on the E-tanks. Not trying to be mean here, but you're way too generous on them. There's like an E-tank every time I get past an area. There's another E-tank. What you should do, make the E-tanks more challenging to get, like in 5, where there's those spikes, and you're falling, and you have to get them. And that frickin' shield guy hit me again. Seems to look like you can dodge it, but you can't. So I would blame any losses. Oh. And I've looked it up, and Capcom still has not decided to make Legends 3. They're still postponing Legends 3. The newest Megaman Legends game. I think the first one was 64. Megaman 64. But I've never played it, so I can't say anything. Curse you for hitting me. There's the E-tank again, which we will use, not then, but soon. Now, as you can see the whole time, we're using no save states, just with at the end of the video, when I beat the game, I save. Because, dude, I want to have to beat my way all the way back here just to do the LP. No way. As I said, small, minimal. 0 to minimal save states. Because if I start getting annoyed, I will use them. What that means is that if there's a part I cannot pass in a level, I will continuously use it until I pass that part. Like then. Some of us need to move on. We need to move on in this level so we can finish it. That was 3. Limit for each stage is 3 save states. What's annoying is I have to dodge all this and fly there. Now we're finished. Now we're going to fight X, Mr. X. Not to be confused with X from the next series I'm going to play after this. He does this the entire time. He has his own little, I don't know, this little rocker. You can just stand in the corner and do this the entire time. This boss battle's a joke. For a final X stage, I remember 5 being a lot more challenging. My scheme for world domination has failed. See, they spelled failed wrong, but I still have enough power to destroy you. Oh, it's Dr. Wily? I didn't know that. Yes, I knew that. That's the shocking conclusion. Let the final battle begin. That was a shocking conclusion. It's Dr. Wily, and here's his Asian condo. And we haven't even reached 30 minutes yet. And here's Dr. Wily stage 1. Follows off kind of submarine, I guess. If you remember, Rockman Exhaust Airman stage followed off this. This Rockman Airman stage used these graphics a lot. Except they were red, red and blue, I think. But it was still the same graphics. This stage will have spikes, and we will have to use do the flying thing again. That was introduced in the X stages. Now when me and my friend do Megaman X5, X4, X5, and X6, we are going to have to fight on our X playthrough and X5. We're going to fight X, Zero. On our Zero playthrough, we're going to fight X. And the annoying thing is that we're going to have to keep Zero alive. We're going to have to keep reloading and reloading and reloading. Which means you may have to watch 40 minutes of us trying to reload. Because we cannot have Zero die when we're doing a Zero only playthrough. Zero needs to stay alive. Here's the thing, people say that fighting the Shadow Devil is easier as X. No, it's not. It's harder as X. It's easier with Zero. I can pull way more hits on Shadow Devil with Zero than I can with X. With X, it's like... With X, I can't pull any hits at all. Now here we would use... This is the easier way to do it. Use Power Megaman to get through this. Now the thing that sucks about Power Megaman, you have to get this close to hit him. Literally like right in front of them. And you have to be like right next to them, right in front of them, in the worst spot. So if you're doing a Power Megaman only run and you're doing no damage, I would recommend getting back or doing something. Or if you're doing a Power Megaman only run, I would recommend getting a bunch of E-tanks, because it is hard. Number one thing you never want to do when you're here is use an E-tank. Because number one, you'll go back into regular Mega Man, and number two, you will either fall or you can either turn back to regular Mega Man. If you go back to normal, please don't go back to normal Mega Man when you're on this part. It can be really hard and really difficult. And as you noticed, Wingman's things are back to haunt us again. As that's destroyed now. I've limited myself to one save state per level. I'm usually better at this when I'm off camera. And guess what? I finally beat X4, which means we can do an X4 playthrough. And that means that I'll be the one fighting Sigma probably. Since all I had to do is get like a full sub tank and then figure out how to beat Sigma with Zero. Now I have to figure out how to do it with X. I'm pretty sure X isn't much more different fight than Zero. I actually think it will be easier because we're not using the... Oh my god. That's it. I'm using a save state there because I am not going to fail so many times that I have to spend an hour failing. Well, the only game you're going to see the case is Final Fantasy. When I get to that after Mario, because Final Fantasy is annoying. Because I have to literally level up my characters before each skirmish I do. Because it's really hard, and if you try, I can't even fight Garland without dying at least 5 times. I had to level myself up to at least level 2 and teach my people fire spells to fight Garland. Here we have that enemy comes back. Here it's pretty easy, just do that. We have a bit more challenging because you have to control yourself where you fly. Most of the time it's actually really easy because all you have to do is fly down a little bit and then you fly up. I think, oh yeah, I forgot to say, Yamano Man's servants come back. And one thing about Yamano Man, he does not like to speak English. That's part of the reason why I killed him, because he is not like the favorite language in the world. I mean, anyone who speaks English loves English, does not like to learn any language. Because English is easy. Easy peasy if you want to speak it even easier. Because we all like easy peasy. Nobody likes hardy wardy. I don't know, I just made that up. And this boss is the dragon. If that's right. I think it is. Yeah, it's the dragon. If it's the platform thing, yep, fighting the dragon. A fairly easy boss of Wily stages. This boss is fairly simple. Just get on the platform, charge up, and shoot it. Now, I wonder where Dr. Wily got a dragon. I'm sure he didn't steal it from the dragon things in Skyrim. I know Skyrim hasn't come out yet. I think it's due to come out December 11th, which is next Saturday, I think. Which, since I don't have PS3, I can't get it. And because my parents are subjected to rated M video games, and they're all bad, and they act like most parents don't, but when they do, they know they're wrong. It's fun. And I'm using save states because I don't want to fail. And first because, oh, I had 1 life. I thought I had 0. If I would have known I had 1, I would have never used save states. Now it's number 2, which follows off Blizzard Man, obviously. Since Blizzard Man is, I guess, one of their favorite masters. It was sad that this had to be the last NES Megaman game ever released that wasn't a fan game. Megaman 7 for the NES is a fan game, for those of you who do not know. Now guys, I am working on a Final Fantasy hack. It is called Dawn of Sorrows. It's not a copy of FF1 Dawn of Souls. So do not get it confused. I am not not putting everything from Final Fantasy Dawn of Souls into Final Fantasy 1. I will try to put Cloud in the game and other various types. And just to let you know, the overworld is going to be terrible since obviously I'm not very good at overworlds. For some reason I thought we were playing 5 because I saw the pits. Every time I see a pit now, I seem to automatically think there's going to be something in it. That's because I played 5 so many times that... That's because I played 5 so many times, whenever I see that, I think it is a hit of, like, something's going to be in there, like those things from 5 that pop, these missile things that pop out of the pits. This boss is defeated by doing this. And we die. To the easiest boss in the game. This boss is weak to the wind. Basically what it does, you can, if you do not want it to get too close to you, you can shoot it and it will go away. But I do not recommend using Windstorm to shoot it away. Because you're using a weapon that you need to beat it. And this weapon does not have weapon tanks like 4, 5, and X4, X5, and X6. And guess what? We're already at boss refight stages. This is where we refight bosses. And as you can see, Energy Balancer has been helping a lot for me. It may not help for you, but for me, it helps a lot. So I collect it, or well, in 7 I buy it because I'm too lazy to actually look for it. And in 7 I tried the Proto Shield. Not 100% gonna get it though. Someone who's lazy and doesn't want to die, you're gonna use save states so that you don't die. Plus, I don't feel like restarting again. I'm already here. Then after this, unlike this one, I'm not sure if this one has a Wily fight or not. I don't think it does. I think 5 does, but 6 doesn't. And we will start with the first one on the left. Yamato Man is back. Who killed a man who does not like English. Well, Robot Master doesn't like English. Well, technically since they're half human, he's a man. And what is this one? I think this is Plant Man, that's what I was about to say. And I was about to say Centaur Man. Was it Centaur Man? Because I get confused very easily when I'm doing these fights. Because I don't remember which capsules. The only game where I memorized the capsules was X. Since I memorized almost everything in X. And just to let you know, I know where everything in X is. The first X game. If you want to send me any messages on like where is that certain item, I can tell you. But I would do it in video form because I am not really good at explaining things. If you would like me to do a video of me showing capsule locations, I will do it. Because if you want to know that, if you guys want to know that bad, I will show it to you. Or you can wait until the LP like everybody else. And this boss is weak to the Yamato Spear. Just remember the weaknesses from last time. Don't forget that fast. Now, if you fight him with the Buster, you cannot hit him until his shield comes out. Until he drops down his shield. Or drops down his guard. I think this is Windman. No, it's Centaur Man. I'm going to fight Centaur Man with Buster again. Centaur Man is a really easy boss if you would stop freezing me. As you can see, we're stuck there until he unfreezes us. Now, as for, guys, I now do, Pokemon trading, or battles. Just give me your friend code. Give me your friend code, and we can battle sometime, or trade. My recent trade was, it wasn't with a YouTube user, it was with somebody on the internet, and I traded a level 8 shiny I didn't even really like and I got a level 45 Espeon for it, which was worth it, because I got 37 level higher one than I expected. What I should have done is I should have put it up for level 100, and I probably would have gotten an offer for it. Because with the level 100, because people really want shinies really bad, so they'll be willing to give a level 100 for it. So we get to fight him. He's weak. The plant bomb again. I was about to say something not plant bomb-ish. I was about to say, he's not weak to his own weapon. And we should have. Now I expired him without. And we died. No. No, sir. Alright, we would have gotten game over anyways. Let's continue. And now we have to make this long jump again, which by the fan helps us there, because we're trying to jump in long distance and the fan is there. Well, Fan Man is there. Because Fan Man is there, he helps us. We can make this quicker by doing this. No, that's just suicide. Is what I'm doing now. And I'm going to use one of our E-tanks right here before we start the fight, and I'm going to put on Plant Bomb. Because I know who we're going to fight first before we fight any other bosses. Tomahawk Man, who runs a casino about 5 miles up my street. It's called Tomahawk Casino. I don't really know. It's just he owns a casino across the block. Used to go there every Friday until they found out I wasn't 18 and then they kicked me out. They're like, you're underage, so they just kicked me out and said, hey, you're not allowed here. And I said, but I'm a good friend of Tomahawk's. They said, we don't care. Then I said, but then Tomahawk Man said, sorry man. Tomahawk Man kicked me out, so I swore to destroy him one day. And I am still going at it. And without destroying him one day, I meant I've been going back there every day ever since, dressed up as some other person, than to destroy him. Like when I was watching a movie yesterday and I saw the dumbest costume ever. You remember it from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, where it was a freaking happy thing and everyone believes him and he's a person. It's just him with a mask. they call him a what? He's not in Whoville, he's part of Whetville. Whetville is a villa for outcasts. Or a town for outcasts. Visit it today. That way if you're an outcast, you can fit in. Because you live in Whetville. Or if you just don't celebrate Christmas, you can live in Whetville. Well, of course, in that world, if you don't like Christmas. If you do, you have to go live in Whoville. If you don't, you can go live in Whetville. Whetville's got a lot more accommodations than Whoville, like living with yourself for a long time. Living with yourself for 4 years. If you want to live with yourself for 4 years, then go ahead. Live in Whetville. Or you can call it Nobodyville. If you want to, call it Nobodyville. Because that's what it is. Nobodyville. Perfectville for people who enjoy the facts of nobody. And for the people who enjoy Nobodyville, give you a free ticket to Nobody Theme Park. It's a place that nobody goes to, nobody enjoys, nobody has fun at, and you're invited there. So you can stay there and play on the rides, which nobody goes on. Because they're really boring and really small. No, I'm just kidding. They're too dangerous for people who are known as people who are somebodies in Somebodyville. Because Somebodyville is not a very good place to go. So we want to stay in Whetville. And there's no ESRB, no of that video game rating crap that rates video games, because you get absolutely no rating at all. It's rated E for everything. So that means you can get every age. Every age can get Skyrim and many other things. Since I got really mad when I found out Skyrim was rated M, and I really wanted it. And I don't have PS3. I'll just go to my friend's house, when he gets Skyrim, and ask him if I can play it at his house. Because Skyrim looks like a really good game. And I think this is either a boss or a... Nope, it's just a final stage teleporter. I think this only has 2 enemies in the stage, literally. Like that one and the one we're about to come across. Yes, the Met dispensers are back to haunt us again. Because they like to haunt us, and they like to haunt you in your sleep when you're not there. If you're not there, they haunt you. If you're there, they don't. No, it's the other way around. So there you do. Now we start the final boss battle of Megaman 6, which is one of the easiest. His weakness is the tomahawk, in case you're wondering. But I am using the Buster because I am that gifted. And this boss is really easy. If you die on this boss, you are a N-O-O-B. Noob. And his second form is just as cheesy as the first one. Oh, Wily, you lost your top to your machine. That's so great. I love it. It looks a lot better Can't I just like enjoy it? I want it, but you have it, so I can't enjoy it. And now we fight his final form, which is the top of it without the rest of it. And he reappears and disappears. And he will do this multiple times until defeated. Which we will have him defeated fairly quickly. Since he's not that long of a boss. And he's actually a relatively very short boss that I am fighting with the Buster. Now, people are like, this boss is, that Mega Man 6 is the hardest game, just like with X6. Mega Man X6 is the hardest Mega Man game. Mega Man X6 is so hard. You guys who think that, you need to realize that some of your other games are a lot harder. 4 is probably the most difficult for me. 4 is harder than 6 for sure. I just got how many save states I've used in 4 and how many parts I spent to beat one boss. I spent forever trying to beat Wily, forgetting that there's a Wily capsule right before you move on to Wily. Because I'm used to 3, and when it was in 3 and 4, it was just it was like you teleport. And now, of course, he's arrested. And he can't read the text. Triumphant at last, Mega Man arrested the notorious Dr. Wily and brought him to justice. Sentenced to prison for his crimes, Dr. Wily now moves over a prison cell. At long last, the world is at peace. Not for long. Well, since this is just a showcase of all the bosses, this has been Game of Freak 10,001 with Mega Man 6. Next time we will be on 7. And then after 7, depending, we may move on to 8 and then 9, depending on if I feel like it. But 99% we're moving on to X. Bye.